Alrighty folks, this is Alan recording the part 2 video for our Boros Aggro bot draft for Kaldheim. If you want to see the draft portion, just watch the first video, but I had to make a part 2 video because there was a glitch or a bug going on with the Invoke the Divine card still showing up in the middle of the screen, which was blocking a lot of most of the image. But yeah, let's play, and then hopefully we can get a nice 7 wins with this sick Boros deck, and it's pretty powerful. So let's go. Okay, finally got a game going, ready. Let's go. Although the software is now frozen, so all right. What's going on? All right, we can finally get a match going, and hopefully we don't disconnect or get in a draw, because that's gonna waste a lot of time. No, I don't think we keep this. We don't have red mana. This is a 4-drop. Sure, we can play the pick, but we have nothing to equip onto. This is pretty expensive, so yeah, this is an easy mull. And this is a little bit better, although I would like an equipment with this. We're definitely keeping. Now the question is, do I keep the Fearless Pup? It's either we keep we're definitely keeping Balfour Raptor and a Beskir Shieldmate, but we can also just but the ones that we definitely need to bottom are the Beskir Shieldmate, is either the second Beskir Shieldmate or the Fearless Pup. And I say maybe we just ditch the Fearless Pup, although it's pretty nice if we can get the Frenzied Raider with this. Not sure. The Shieldmate might be better if we're stuck on 2 mana, so we can just cast it for 2. So I think we might want to just bomb the Fearless Pup, and hopefully we can just curve out 1-drop, and if we miss our land drop, we still have a 2-drop that's a lot more relevant, I say, in this deck than the Fearless Pup. Like, the Fearless Pup is fine, but if we don't get the 3 mana Boast with it, it's not great. Although now we got the 3 mana, so who knows? Maybe if we top deck a 2-drop now, we rather have the Pup, but I'm still fine with a Shieldmate. And in the blue-red control deck, maybe he could have Crushed a week, so the Beskir Shieldmates might not be great, because he could just exile all of our stuff. But that being said, I still think I play a Shieldmate here, and then keep Cole in my hand, in case we get completely, in case he has a sweeper. So he could have Crushed a week here. I mean, I don't know if you would splash for it, but let's move to combat and see what happens. So do we play the Crushed a week? It's not great, but also, like, we just want to go wide and kill him. So I think in this scenario, we just need to take the risk and play out Cole and imagine that he doesn't have Crushed a week. Because if he does, we're totally screwed. It's either an all-in game plan here, because if we don't develop our board and he doesn't have Crushed a week, then we're just slowing ourselves down. Whereas if he needs to develop his board and play Crushed a week, this is better. So I think I'm just going to attack all out here and put him down to 6. I know he kills Cole, but I think it's important to just get as much damage in as an aggro deck. And by doing this, this would also allow us to get the Stalwart Valkyrie. I think he would have cast Crushed a week already last turn if he would have had it, so I think it's safe to play out the Valkyrie here and get out a flyer to put him on to maybe kill him next turn if he doesn't answer it. So yeah, he either has Crushed a week or he doesn't, but I think he would have cast it last turn if he would have had, but he doesn't, so now it's just a board stall. We can get him for 1 per turn. Govane pick would be nice. So I think I'm just going to cast Showdown here, although, like, I'd rather play it with more mana. It just gives us so much card advantage next turn, and we can also enhance our flyers to close out, so I think we got to do it here. And we also run amok too, which is awesome. So we can always run amok on, say, the Battlefield Raptor if he tries to respond. There's no reason for us to block into this, so no, we don't care. If he has a sweeper, we still make tokens, but hopefully nothing that exiles, because that can be kind of bad. Okay. And now I'm okay with chumping because I might take too much damage from this Bergstrider, but I'll only chump the Bergstrider. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit too difficult. So yeah, this is what you want to do in a red-white aggro deck. Just apply as much pressure as possible so the late game control decks don't stabilize and beat you with their more expensive bombs. And yeah, you kind of have to accept the inevitability in an aggro deck that you're never going to win the late game against a much more mid-range or controlling deck. So you just kind of have to go all in. Bombing the pup wasn't relevant because if we have kept the pup, we wouldn't have cast Cole and the pup. And again, we wouldn't have the white, the double. We wouldn't have the Beskir shield mate, so we couldn't have pupped into shield mate. So we would have been stuck with pup and the Cole. So yeah, I don't know if that decision was correct, ditching the pup or not, just because it's a cheap card. But it's better to just have the 2-drop. I think that can hit harder without having to spend 3 mana to boast. Alright, a bunch of 2-drops. I mean, if we trade one off, we can play a Valkyrie. A little bit weird. I'm hoping to hit my land drops, but I think it's solid. We'll just try it. And we'll save the Story Seeker and maybe the Stalwart Valkyrie for maybe the Righteous Valkyrie if we ever top deck it to gain the extra life gain. I mean, it really depends on what he plays, right? If he plays like a 1... If he glimpses, this is alright. Yeah, let's just get the shield mate down. Just keep curving out with them. And he could again have a sweeper, so we might want to be careful. And we'll just keep playing out shield mates and develop the white mana because we have more white spells than red in our hand. But if he plays a sweeper, it could be pretty bad because it does exile and we don't get the 1/1 tokens from most of the sweepers, like Crush the Weak and the other ones. Could attack, get in for 2. We make a 1/1. We can exile it to get a 3/2 flyer. I don't think I want to do that, even though I can get in for 16. And even though I could double spell, but this just blocks everything. So let's just play the Valkyrie here, and hopefully we can find a way to remove this with maybe a pump spell, like Run Amok, that can get through. Oh yeah, this is not the type of matchup we want to be in. A blue-red control deck with multiple card advantage, removal spells, and sweepers. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Craven Hulk, that's fine. Oh, I guess now we can Run Amok. But he does have the option to double block with the Craven Hulk. So we might not want to. Maybe we just want to keep going even wider, and hopefully the opponent doesn't have a sweeper, and we can kind of blow him out. Because let's say we attack with both of these. He gets a block 1. He still double blocks. He still double blocks one of my 2/1s, and my Run Amok won't be that effective. So I think the game plan now is just to go wide. Again, just like the first opponent, we want to hopefully hope he doesn't have any sweepers, and then take him out with the Run Amok. And so next turn we're planning to do it. So yeah, let's just pass the turn. Hopefully he doesn't have a sweeper. Otherwise, yeah, we're just dead. But I don't think we can play around sweepers in a deck like this. Probably a fight spell. Okay. Haggy Mob. And I could just trade here so it doesn't become a nuisance later. But I do want to get in that extra 2, so this is fine. And I'll probably use Run Amok with a Tuskeri Firewalker. Sure, he gets a 2/1, but I think we have to. So let's attack, and then pre-combat we just want to boast with the Tuskeri Firewalker. Because we know for sure he's going to block it. Just a land, okay. And we're definitely going to use a Firewalker to Run Amok. The question is, which one do we Run Amok? If we Run Amok here, it's still going to result in a trade, so that's not great. So I think we want to Run Amok on the Firewalker. And we just want to keep going wide and just basically attack as much as possible. And the fact that these make tokens are nice, so yeah, let's just go all out here. And hopefully no sweepers. I'm fine with him attacking me and pinging me because I'll just attack back for a ton of damage. So yep. Warhorn Blast would be pretty nice in this spot. Funny enough, the opponent's also an aggressive deck, but he's trying to race me here. So I don't mind this attacks and he boasts. But I think I'm fine attacking with all this turn, even though they aren't the best attacks. We're just going really wide here, so I don't want to activate the white mana here because I have an extra plane, so we just want to boast with the Firewalker before blocks. Okay, and then we get to get a land off the top. We can also boast the Fearless Pup, which he just wants to prevent as much damage as possible here. Okay, we still get in for 5. Boasting the Pup doesn't do anything, but yeah, I think we have to get through like this. And then hopefully top deck some sort of removal spell to get my way out, because there's no way we can win if, again, we stay back. So maybe we just need some flyers to close out, maybe another run amok. Maybe Showdown can help us. But it was nice getting 2 lands off the top with the Tuskeri Firewalker in a 16 land deck, so now hopefully we can find something good. He might just attack for 5 and ping me and play something else, which could hurt. But he's also prone to stay back at 5 life, because that can be pretty scary if I have a run amok in my hand. Okay, Bergstrider. Okay, at least he can't boast. Guess I'll take 9. And he can just kill me next turn, so I might just need to stay back. Cole is fine. I have no good attacks, so I'm probably forced to stay back next turn and chump block. And I'm probably going to throw a Beskir Shieldmate in front of it so I can make a token. Can he kill me here? He can probably kill me with the Dwarven Hammer. Yeah, he can probably kill me with the Dwarven Hammer. But again, you have to kind of go all in with these game plans. Okay, that's a pretty nice one. And I guess he can also equip the hammer now. And let's just see if this is lethal. It's probably lethal. Yeah, it's probably lethal. Because this can trample over. He can attack and boast. I guess I can still chump block here. And if I top deck a run amok, I can maybe kill him. I guess I can take 7. Yeah, this is a very safe attack. But I have to take it here. And a Valkyrie, so if he attacks next turn, he hits me for 1. Yeah, this just provides too much trample damage, but maybe he doesn't attack. So we'll just play the Valkyrie here. Maybe we can feign something here. Well, he most likely knows that we have, yep. Alright, good games. Not winning this one. So yeah, the deck is just lacking removal. We don't have any Demon Bolts, but the clear direction was definitely red-white. After picking Showdown's Pack 2, pick 1. But now you can see his deck does have issues with sweepers. It has issues with definitely some issues with big blockers. But I could also see Warhorn Blast being a decent sideboard option. You can follow the 1/1 tokens lying around. Okay, not bad, but we could use some red. Maybe this can exile annoying blocker. Okay. I don't mind trading for that, actually. Ooh, Righteous Valkyrie. That's quite nice. Yeah, I don't mind trading for this because he can just constantly boast with it and gain life, and that's pretty annoying. I'm also don't mind a trade as well. So let's just attack for 2 and offer to trade. We still make a token. Okay. Could be a poison the cup. Could be Turgid Shadow, but we'd have Besker Shieldmates to stack to it. Rune Crown, that's quite awesome. That's a good card. So I'm hoping we get red mana soon for a run amok. Although we are kind of just outracing him at this point, so he does need to maybe lose his creature for the turn. So let's go for it. And I don't think I'm flashing in Sigrid if he blocks. I'm fine with him equipping and boasting. He's only going to gain 1 life, but we keep swinging back at him for more. Whereas if he has Turgid Shadow, I can just stack these and make 1/1 tokens. And I don't mind if he boasts here. We're not blocking. I mean, I don't think 1 life really matters if he tries to drain me here. And it's just, if he wants to tap out for the turn and do that, that's fine. And I can always exile this one too with Sigrid next turn, so that can definitely slow him down. Do I want to play Story Seeker? I don't mind just flashing in Sigrid because it does make him have to re-equip the room and is pretty mana efficient. Koma's Faithful is also annoying. So the question is, do I even get rid of this or the Koma? I think I get rid of it. I mean, I know he can re-equip the Helm, but we just want to punch through for damage. And he's gonna boast before damage, right? Doesn't even boast. I guess he might try to fight, but then it'll just result in a trade. Not sure here. I can't think of anything in 1 green besides the fight spell that puts a counter and gets rid of it, but it still results in a trade. But it does slow me down with all the life gain, so that can be pretty annoying. But the exile is quite nice because now he's forced to re-equip the rune, and it costs him 2 mana, so it could use up his whole entire turn. But I'm still attacking Evolve next turn, and I actually want him to trade. Goldvein pick is excellent, so now we can finally get our run amoks going. So let's play the Goldvein pick. And I'm fine equipping onto the Righteous Valkyrie. And I actually don't mind him trading here. The question is, do we play out the pup? The pup doesn't really do anything other than being an attacker. Let's think here. We probably want to run amok to close out the game because we don't have a second mana to boast. So I think we're just going to say go. Okay. Still nothing. I guess he's playing the fight here now on Sigrid to get the extra blocker. Makes sense. Yep. So we just want to attack with the flyer now. Do I run amok with the flyer? Let's see, if I run amok with a 1/1, I'm slaying for 3, but it's still not lethal. So I think we want to run amok next turn and just go wide. And I'm fine playing out the Story Seeker. And I'm also fine playing out 1 pup. Playing land, and do I re-equip? If I re-equip, I guess, if he makes this into a, whatchamacallit, a 3/3? No, it's a 3/4. Yeah, we still don't have any good blocks. And honestly, I don't even think I want to trade, so I think we just say go. And I'd rather just keep it on the flyer at this point. So opponent needs like some sort of sweeper and some removal spell for my flyer. I guess he's just going to gain a ton of life, sure. But maybe we can still close out here. If he's going to equip an attack, I don't really want to trade. I can always chump block it, but I guess it has trample. Okay. Sure, I guess we'll take it, and then maybe we can swing back. If the opponent goes for some good blocks, we can gain a ton of life, and also run amok and cast our Fearless Pup. Like, we can use our red mana to boast with the Fearless Pup, but I think I want to use it to run amok. So let's just get in. So if I boast here, I lose the pup. I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not lethal yet. Yeah, I think we. If I run amok on the Fearless Pup, let me see. 3, 4. 3, 4. And we trample over for. Yeah, it's not enough. I do like to get the trample damage through. Maybe we just want to run amok here, which isn't too bad. Like, we do lose our Story Seeker. I guess he does have a good blocker now. If we do that, if we take out the Dusk Wielder, this is difficult. It's either we save the Story Seeker to Fearless Pup, or if we want to get through for more damage. I mean, I do want to use a run amok to close out the game. So I think as much as I like to save the Story Seeker, using on the Fearless Pup is just better. Because not only does he not get the boast from the life gain, but we just get to get through for the extra point of damage that can help us close out eventually. And then we can also just, use the Valkyrie here. Exile a 2-drop. And the question is, do I even play the dog in the first place? Probably don't even need to, because I might want to boast with the Fearless. Although if I boast with the Fearless, he's just going to block it. So I think we just play out the second Fearless Pup and just go all in here. And hopefully we can top deck a red source. Yep. But now I can see the argument of throwing in the Warhorn Blast in this type of deck, because it could be pretty effective if we're able to go wide and just top deck it to kill the opponent. How much is it though? I think it's 3 mana to Warhorn Blast. It's 5 mana total. Not great. Yeah, 5 mana is kind of clunky. Yeah, I would love it. I mean, because we need that extra power. We do have 18 creatures, so maybe we can get away with cutting a Shieldmate. Although cutting a Shieldmate does make it a lot worse, but I can actually see it being quite reasonable in this type of deck. Maybe we just cut the Story Seeker, although it's a pretty good 2-drop. Can we get away with cutting a Shieldmate and adding in the Warhorn Blast? That's the question. It's pretty nice in this deck, though. Because, like our game plan is just to go really wide and smash them. Let's silence it. Let's just cut a Beskir Shieldmate and throw in a Warhorn Blast into this deck. We should be able to generate tokens and go wide enough with 2 Beskir Shieldmates. And a bunch of 1-drops, so. I can also just cut the 5/6 Haggy Mob. That's also another option, too. Which could actually be quite reasonable as well. So we're going to play a tap land, play Story Seeker, and then the following turns equip. But if I pick up a mountain, it'd be nice not to. So yeah, sweepers. So gotta make sure that our Golvane picks are attached to our 2 toughest creatures. And now the Warhorn Blast looks pretty good in this matchup, because yeah, with having the extra 2/1s, it's a little bit worse. Against the sweeper. And we just want to just go really wide and close out the game quickly. So yeah, let's just go wide. I know he can eventually cast this, but we just need to deal as much damage as possible. Showdowns is a nice way to refuel, but let's just get going with the pick. Get through, not waste any more time. Eventually he can cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the land, so he needs 6 lands total to cast this. So we definitely need to be hyper aggressive here. I could just move the Golvein pick to the Fearless Pup, so then he'll prioritize the Fearless Pup more than the Story Seeker, because it seems like he might have a Demon Bolt. I don't want to cast a Showdown on curve. He could also have a Frostbite. He could have multiple things, but if he has a Frostbite, it'll kill the Story Seeker anyway, so I think I'd rather just move it onto the Pup. Although, if I move on to the Pup and I boast, then I can't play the Fearless Pup, so I think we just attack. Nothing? Okay, I think I'm fine boasting here then. And yeah, he's just foretelling creatures, it seems like. Sure, and now we get the extra token, we can play the Fearless Pup, and then our Showdowns of the Skull looks a lot better next turn. And we can start loading counters onto the creatures to grow them out of range of the Surfoot land, but he just needs okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a strong card. Okay. Haggy Mob is also pretty nice. So do I mind trading the Story Seeker for the 3/3? Not really. The Run Amok is also quite nice too. And I can Showdown next turn, but I think we're definitely attacking here. Do I mind a trade? That's the only question. He might have Counterspell, but he didn't do anything last turn, so you know what? Let's Run Amok. Let's risk it. This is bad. This could be really bad. Okay, at least it's a trade. Yeah, at least it's a trade. At least it's a trade. How much is this? So it's 2 blue, 1 red, and then 2 generic. So yeah, he still has a long time to get the Showdowns going. So I think we just, to get enough mana to activate the Sweeper. So I think we just want to play the Showdown here, and then just get some card advantage while we can before he gets the land active. Warhorn Blast. Okay, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can eventually activate next turn. So I should be maybe careful here. But I guess I can still load up counters next turn. Okay. This gets him his lands. Darn. This is going to be pretty clutch. Chariot. Making blockers. Yeah, that's going to be hard too. So what do we want to do here? Definitely red mana. I guess we play out the Tuskeri Firewalker. Put a counter onto the Fearless Pup. And then I guess we can equip a Goldvein pick onto the 1/1. I guess we don't have enough mana to cast the Warhorn Blast if we do this. So maybe that's a huge misplay. Yeah, that's probably a huge misplay, but at least I can maybe boast the Fearless Pup. If he decides to attack, I can also... yeah, but if I put the Goldvein pick, he can just double block it though. But if I put the Goldvein pick onto the Tuskeri Firewalker, it can survive the Sweeper. If I move the pick here, I can't boast to attack into the Asika's Chariot, so I think we're just going to attack for 2 here and see what the opponent does. If he double blocks, I'm fine just boasting, but it's also not great for me because he has a Sweeper incoming, so this is fine. And it might be more important to actually move the pick onto the Fearless Pup and not have my Tuskeri Firewalker survive. It really depends. If I move it here, what happens? It becomes 3 power, and then it can become 5 power. This is interesting. The Tuskeri Firewalker at this stage of the game is also pretty strong. So I think I put it here. Because this is already 4 power, and I guess you need 2 mana to boast. So I say this is better. It does play around the sweeper a lot better if he tries to activate it. Double blue, red, 2 generic, stack the land, kill something. So he has 1 green active, Doomscar Titan. That's a good ground blocker. I guess he might attack with a chariot to make a token. But he's playing a 3 seasons instead. Okay, so we kind of need to just go wide and close out this matchup. Golvain pick a second one's quite excellent. So how do we do this? This is hard. So, I guess we want to maybe enhance our Fearless Pups and go for it. And then move the Golvain picks. We can only boast 1 pup though. Yeah, this is a little bit difficult. I can't really think of anything. This is obviously going to trade and he might chump block. I don't know if this is correct though. So, yeah, I'm sorry guys if I'm doing this incorrectly. This takes 3 mana to boast. This is going to trade, but we need 1 mana to boast as well. So I don't think we equip the pick. And then we're just going to boast. Because we could hit a land drop. I can boast here, but I think I'm going to boast a Firewalker. I'm going to use Red mana because I do have a Plains. And then I can... Ooh, Righteous Valkyrie, that's excellent. Alright, yeah, just let damage happen. So now we can play the Righteous Valkyrie, put a counter onto my pup, and then move a Golvain pick into the 2 on them so they survive a sweeper. So this is quite nice. We can play the Righteous Valkyrie, put a counter onto the pup, and then play land. Ooh, yeah, we have the combo assembled. Okay, but I'm going to put the pick onto the Fearless Pup just in case. He deals with the Valkyrie. And then this becomes a 3-3. So then he doesn't have the sweeper to end us. But yeah, this is quite nice, getting to 29 life with the Valkyrie. This doesn't happen too often, I mean. You could have double sweeper, but these are both 5/5, so he can't deal with it, so. Showdown is definitely a bomb. Ooh, Cyclone Summoner. Well, that's going to put us back, but we're at 43 life, so we can even chump block with the Fearless Pup to stay at 27. So I think we just want to get our guys out while we can. Does putting a Golvain pick on this do anything? I mean, I don't know if this is correct, but the Cyclone Summoner might just steal in the game here if I'm not too careful. So I'm probably going to have to chump with the Fearless Pup so I can stay high-powered here. I mean, none of these cards actually do anything, actually. Yeah, none of these cards actually do anything. They don't actually allow him to fight. They do allow him to develop more board, but he doesn't really... Yeah, the sweeper doesn't affect the Fearless Pups now. I'm at 27 life, so I'm definitely chumping here. It would be a mistake not to, because then he can... then I can't attack back for 8. He's probably going to play the Chariot and try to loop back more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess he can eventually just activate this. Blue, yeah, he's missing black mana for the Path to the World Tree activation. I mean, it's lethal unless he plays something here. So I can put him down to 6. Next turn with the Golvain pick, I can always chump block the Cyclone Summoner. Play out the Hagi Mob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 mana, so it's still not enough to activate Path to the World Tree. He can play out the Chariot to make more blockers. If I run amok, he's just dead here. I do have a second copy in the deck. Cole is really nice, especially with the weapon. I can always move it around. This is 5 mana to cast. This is 2 mana. And I guess we can always move the pickaxe onto the Fearless Pup. I'd rather just have the Haggy Mob, right? Or the second Golvein pick. Maybe the second Golvein pick is more important. So then I can loop back the Fearless Pup if it ends up dying. I'm definitely keeping it on the Righteous Valkyrie so I can cast it again. So I think it's fine playing the Golvein pick, moving it onto the Righteous Valkyrie, putting him down to 1, and then moving it back onto the Fearless Pup. Yep. So then we can still chop it and get it back. I can also play the Haggy Mob. Don't know if I like that though. Just getting value from Cole seems pretty nice here. I mean, the thing is, if I use Haggy Mob and I boast once, he's just dead. So maybe we're fine doing this. And we can always, again, chump block the 7/7. And we can also keep back the 4/4. I mean, I guess this can trade for the Cyclone Summoner. So I think we have this game locked down. Even if the opponent activates Path, he needs multiple fight spells. I can get back the Flyer. I can attack with the Haggy Mob and boast once and maybe kill him. So we'll see. Okay. So he has 4 mana available. I guess 5 because he didn't play a land yet. We're still at 27, so we still have our life total quite high. So, yep. That was a pretty interesting matchup. Didn't even use Warhorn Blast. There's also an argument of cutting the Haggai Mob, putting in the Warhorn Blast as the 5-drop pump spell, and then just playing the extra shield mates. I don't know if that's worth it. Because again, we still have a lot of creatures, even without the 3rd best gear shield mates. Like, still 17 creatures, which is a ton. So, it could be still reasonable going something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 creatures. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The Haggy Mob is kind of slow, but again, it has I guess it has synergy with Frenzy Raider, but it's still kind of iffy. Like, just using Haggy Mob to boast and get this to counter is okay, and it's a 5-drop, so there's also an argument of just, again, throwing in a Shieldmate or the Master Scald into this deck. Master Scald is nice value, but it's only great if we can get back Showdowns, which is still kind of questionable. So it could be that we just throw in all 3 best gear Shieldmates and just have a Warhorn Blast waiting. And again, I think it's still 16 lands because we do need the mana to move the Golvein picks around. We can boast and let's see, we could go 15 if I'm crazy, just throwing an extra Starnheim Courser. Because most of our stuff is pretty cheap, and we do have the Golvein picks, but maybe that's still a little bit too ambitious. Yeah, let's keep that 16. And now the Warhorn Blast actually looks better with the triple best gear Shieldmates, since we're looking to go wide with tokens. So faced against 3 control decks already, didn't even see a single sweeper. 4 to be more accurate. I mean, because The Hagi mob was fine and all, but he had the land activation to gain life anyway, so even if we boast for one, it's not that great. And it's just really clunky. Like, it's a fine curve topper, but kind of filler, I feel like, so the Warhorn Blast is just better if we're going to look to go wide. But, yeah, we'll see. And yeah, we do have the extra mana that we need to boast, so 16 land seems okay. Opening hand, 2-drop. No boast creatures, but we do have a pick. So let's try this out. And if this gets answered, we can always cast this for 2 mana. Land 3 would be great, so I can equip the pick. And there it is. Alright. If we can connect and get more mana, that would be excellent. This is a great 2-drop. I could always play the Fearless Liberator, but it's not mana efficient. So I think I'm just going to play the Goldvein Pick and Smash. I can also just attack and then keep up Sigrid. When he attacks back, I exile this. But I think it's a little bit too early. I think we can outrace him with the pick. Just getting that extra mana while we can. And then ramp our hammer. Maybe we can trample over the spirits. And just getting the Dwarven Hammer out is really scary. Fall of the Imposter, that's a good one. Maybe I want to keep back Sigrid to exile. So that's a very interesting card. So we're definitely attacking here. I think I want to exile the Clarion Spirit. So how much mana is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I just want to play a 2-drop here and then keep up Sigrid to exile the 2/2 and just say go. Because this is going to become 4 power, which is annoying. So I'm hoping he attacks and then I can flash in Sigrid to exile this. But he just passes the turn, that's pretty good. But I'll definitely attack into this next turn and flash in Sigrid. So yeah, let's just go for it. Don't think I'm moving the hammer around. And if he also takes it, that's also nice. But hopefully he does. He could have Snakeskin Veil. But I think I'm going to go for it here. And if he tries to exile... Yeah, we'll exile here. Could be Snakeskin Veil here. His own Sigrid. I guess he can exile my units. Okay, let's see what he tries to exile here. I can boast, but it doesn't do anything. I guess I don't mind boasting. I guess I want to play the Shieldmate. So he's going to exile my own Sigrid after Fall of the Imposter happens. So I think I want to maybe play my Shieldmate instead, or just move the Goldvein Pick onto the 2/1 because it can't attack past the 2/1 anyways. So I don't think I'm boasting here because he can just exile my own Sigrid. And I don't have the extra mana, so I guess we can have a fine exchange here. And we'll just... Yeah, again, we're not boasting. And I just want to play the Shieldmate, I think, and then get it exiled by putting the Goldvein Pick onto it. Although, maybe getting this exiled is better because... no, let's exile the Beskir Shieldmate. I think it's a mistake. Because we want to save Sigrid here from the 3rd chapter. Yeah, that's smart, so he doesn't get back the Clarion Spirit. Now we could trade here, which I also don't mind. I mean, I guess for the Goldvein Pick with Sigrid is quite good now. I can also just play the Flyer. So let's see how interaction works. If I Goldvein Pick on the 2/2, I mean... I can still first strike away the 1/1. It's only to players. But it's only 1 mana, so even if I'm not aiming at Tyvar, I mean, even if I'm attacking Tyvar and not the opponent, I can still play the Valkyrie, so I think I like that. He can just make chump blockers, but I think I'd rather just make him use up his chump blockers here. Yep. And then now we can play out the Valkyrie. That can pressure Tyvar. So he's like a black, green, white tokens deck. Pretty cool deck. Could see the battle for Bredagard, maybe.
They will remember our names together.
Starnheim Courser, but I can move the pick around to attack into Tyvar, and that's an okay card, so... Tarvar is gone. So now what? I think I'm playing out Dwarven Hammer here, just to be mana efficient, and he doesn't seem like he has anything unless he's a top deck god. So let's try this. And even if he gets back his 2/2, like, it's a bit annoying, but my flyer's going to be larger, and I have this to close out. Lintworm is great, so I definitely need to close out the game with the flyer here. I could always move the hammer to give this first strike as well, so that's a pretty cool option. Do I want to do that? So if I move the hammer into this, it becomes 5 power first strike. The run amok would be pretty insane. But yeah, let's just do this instead. And then we can again just move the hammer onto the 2/2 next turn. I don't know. Maybe we can just close out next turn with the run amok anyways, and we can just chump block this. Yeah, I think this is fine. I can take 6. He's pretty much dead unless he can answer my flyer. I don't care about that. I'm fine taking 6. Let's see, how much damage are we getting in though? So this is gonna trample over for 5, and then yeah, it might not be enough. It might not be enough here. Huh. But I still think I'd take it. So this is gonna trample over for 5. I do have a life linker. So if again for 5 and 4, I guess that's lethal, right? I mean, this is only +3/+3. So yeah, 5, it's only 8, so it's not lethal. So let's just attack with a Stalwart Valkyrie. I guess he didn't block. Oh, I should have run amok if he didn't block. So misplay. Alright. We'll play out the Story Seeker, move the hammer onto the Story Seeker to gain as much life as possible. And I guess we can also move the Golvein pick. Is there anything that punishes me having 2 toughness? Not really. Let's just move everything onto the Story Seeker so we can trade actually for the Ravenous Worm, which is kind of funny. So yeah, the hammer is definitely really strong. But if he's going to go wide here, the only thing that kills me is the Warhorn Blast. And I'm fine trading in the Lintworm, so he's just dead. So pretty fun matchup. But yeah, the Green-White Saga isn't amazing. Green-White's the only best cards in Green-White is like Warhorn Blast, Clarion Spirit to make a lot of tokens, Fault the Imposter, and maybe, actually, I hate to say it, but King Harold's Revenge is actually quite good in the Green-White tokens deck. Battlefield Raptor, yep. Just need our gold vein picks, our mythic commons. But I'm not passing up a 1 and 2 drop here. Always scary seeing this on turn 1, but it's only scary with a pick, to be honest. Could see a pack mate next turn, but let's just keep getting in. And I guess if there's a pack mate, I'd rather play the Fearless Pup, but we do have Run Amok to get past it. Don't know, but if he has a pack mate, he would just block with the 2-1. I think let's just be mana efficient here. Because if we get in our mount, we could always Fearless Pup and then Run Amok, which is always fine. Raven, okay. We do have Run Amok available. Yeah, let's just get through. Come on, we're not scared. And this is also first strike, so that's even more crazier. So yeah, good luck trying to beat red-white aggro in this set. The Run Amok is almost like a Demon Bolt, it's insane. And Fearless Pup can boast next turn to attack past 3 toughness, so that's even better. The Elvish Swarm Master, don't mind just hopefully no Elf, and a Guardian Gladewalker. Okay, that's pretty good. So if I attack with the Fearless Pup and I boast, I guess I can attack with the Fearless Pup here. It's quite nice. Do I even want to boast? If he double blocks, I can first strike and kill both. So I don't mind actually just boasting here, because I could also just play out the hammer and re-equip and just equip, because I don't need to necessarily make a large creature here. Just put it onto like a 2-1 and trample over next turn. Yeah, let's try that. It's pretty insane too, the Fearless Pup. So instead of just boasting, I'm gonna play the hammer because it's a lot more powerful. Putting it onto a first striker, or even the flyer. Even if the opponent has a fight spell, this is gonna be quite strong. So hopefully no life gain here. Flying is okay because I can always just put the hammer onto the Battlefield Raptor and attack. Yeah, but he still doesn't have any good blockers against this Fearless Pup. So even if he attaches it onto the Elvish War Master, it's not going to be that great. Now my question is, which creature do I value more? Because if he does have a fight spell next turn for my Dwarven Hammer, which one do I value more? I think I value the Fearless Pup more, so I might just try to equip it onto the Battlefield Raptor, and I think I'll do that. Although the flying could just be more relevant. This has more power, which can be really difficult to block as well. So there's an argument for that. But he could always play a larger creature with flying, and that's going to be a problem. So I think it's better to put it onto the Battlefield Raptor over the Fearless Pup and just attack for 4. So if he kills this, at least maybe I can move it onto the hammer here and then boast, and that can get through. So not sure, but if he has a fight spell here, it can slow me down for sure. And I guess if he has a fight spell like Struggle for Skemfar, this won't be able to attack past this anyways. So it's better to have the flyer die than the Fearless Pup, I say. Realm Walker, okay, more elves. But he's still not able to block efficiently here unless he has something. Okay. I guess he doesn't mind trading this. I mean, this still has first strike, so yeah. Could also just... No, we'll just attack for 4 and just play everything out. Okay. And let's just keep playing stuff. And I don't think there's any sweepers in blue-green other than the Cyclone Summoner, so this is fine. And if he has Cyclone Summoner, all my stuff is bounced back anyways. So, yeah. Dwarven Hammer on a Battlefield Raptor is just too difficult to deal with. And yeah, we're rank 82 Mythic again, so still climbing back up after losing a couple of games and not playing for the past 2 days. So 5-1. Hopefully we don't get swept. Okay, seems okay. 2-drop, 3-drop, and a run amok, of course, and Warhorn Blast in the late game can be pretty essential to closing out. So opponent in the multicolor green deck, okay. Shieldmate and Golvane pick could be a thing. Although I probably prefer playing Starnheim Courser to get the discount on this first, which can be more relevant. But if I do equip a Golvane pick again for 3, I make a treasure. He could have a blocker the following turn, so I'd rather just play the Starnheim Courser instead to be more mana efficient. And it's better to have the pick onto the flyer. Let's think here. So if we play the pick and we attack, we get to make 1 treasure. But I think, again, I'd rather have the flyer out to have more mana efficiency in case I need to double spell with the pick next turn. So I think we'll miss out on 1 damage and a treasure just to play the Starnheim Courser. So green and white. So definitely a multicolor snow deck, it seems like. And red. Okay, he's going full colors, and spell is quite strong. So I think I'm fine playing the Golvane pick on the Starnheim Courser. And yeah, I'm also fine using Run Amok on the Svella, because it's just pretty strong if he can keep making mana lifts. Yeah, I'm totally fine with this too. But he knows about the Run Amok, but he'll eventually have to play into it. So yeah, Run Amok is pretty powerful in this set. And then if we can go wide enough, we can just kill him fast enough. So even if he's playing those Golvane picks, even if he is making those mana lifts, he has to tap out for them, and that's not what you really want to do. So yeah, red-white's quite powerful, and he's already at 13 life, which is a lot. We can eventually just cast a Warhorn Blast and get through as well, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, you might have another spell to cast here, which is alright too. Packmate, that's pretty nice. But I'll kindly just run amok against it. And yeah, let's just get in there. We don't have time for this. And yeah, we'll run amok. And then I can also play out the Angel, which is insane. Yeah, we just don't want to give him time to Yeah, we just don't want to give him time to get Svella to 8 mana. So he's probably forced to block with Svella eventually, and then we can just Warhorn Blast with the token, and that's great. But he's probably just dead here if he can't answer my flyer. Could see a fight spell here. Hopefully no fight spell. I'm hoping I can get land for Warhorn Blast. I guess that's okay. And he can eventually cast Glimpse again. And land. So Warhorn Blast won't necessarily kill him, but it will take out Svella here. So I think we just want to attack, right? And there's an Iron Verdict for 5 mana, which can be pretty annoying. But I think I still attack and then use Warhorn Blast to finish him off. Yeah, he could. I guess Iron Verdict is 1 mana if he has Once a Foretell, so we're guaranteed to get in for 5. And I think we're going to use a Warhorn Blast here because we don't have an option. Yep. And then, yep, one moment. And now he doesn't have his spell to activate anymore. Alright, awesome. Gotta post something, one moment. Yeah, we're keeping this. Yeah, I'm fine crashing in for 2, gaining some life. Like, sure, this can give me some recursion, but it's nice to get this early against another aggro deck. I'm fine trading this off too. Let's get in for 2. Also can run amok, but I don't know if I even want to save it. Might want to run amok on my Firewalker. If I run amok here, I won't be able to develop tempo, so I think the trade is fine. And I could play out the Valkyrie here, but in case I get a land, I'd rather just play it. Am I fine with the trade? Huh. Should I even have played out the land? That's the other question. I probably don't want to trade here. Maybe I'm fine just playing a 2-drop and then playing out the Valkyrie instead. Okay, this turn we can attack, boast. He might just block my flyer, but I can just use Sigrid, which I'm totally fine with. Run Amok could actually Run Amok could actually attack passes too, but I think I want to get some Sigrid value while I can. So let's just attack, and then we can also just do this pre-combat. I mean, I can always boast second main. No, maybe we don't even want to boast, and just use Run Amok. Not sure. Huh, this is hard. The Run Amok is quite nice here though, just being able to smash through, and Sigrid we can use later. So I guess I'm fine boasting pre-combat maybe, or after. Don't know what we have pre-combat, maybe another Run Amok, maybe that's just fine too. Okay, just a land, that's decent too. And we can just Run Amok here.